program right now of Talkin Pets, Mr. Tim Urban. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Welcome.
Doing well, how you doing?
It's nice to have you on the show with us.
Yeah, it's nice to be talking with you.
Hey, I got a couple of questions for you. First of all, I want to do some introductions. Sitting in with us is Dr. Linda Register.
Hi, so unless you have a webcam, you can't see me.
It's all good.
Also sitting in, producing the show is Amanda Page.
Hey there.
Hey.
You know, I'm a big fan of American Idol, huge fan actually, and it was a lot. Every year I watch it, I don't miss it. This year is a treat because so much has changed actually with Jennifer Lopez and Steven Tyler being on there now. Who were the ones that you had on last season? It was Simon Cowell. It was
yeah, it was Simon. It was Randy, Ellen DeGeneres, and Kara.
And who did you like working with out of those four the most?
Well, we didn't really get to see the judges except for when we did the live show. But I don't know. It's hard to pick one. I really liked Ellen. She gave me a hug on stage, which was pretty cool. And I think Simon, I started to grow on Simon by the end of the season, so I thought he was really cool.
Who was the most intimidating?
That's tough because each week you never know what they're going to say about your performance, so you never know, like, which one to gear up for, you know? So I don't really know as far as intimidating-wise. They were all... Ellen was probably the least intimidating because she was just tried to be really nice, which was good, which was nice. But other than that, like, you just never really knew. So they could all be a bit intimidating at times.
Yeah, I would always say Simon.
Yeah.
I'd be more scared of Simon than anybody else.
You would think Simon.
Yeah, you would think. But for me, I don't know. Simon...
but he was
Simon,
truthful, right? He was honest.
And unfortunately, the truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah, well, and that's how I looked at it. I was like, you know what, he was going to be honest with me, which is always good, because I'm always trying to work on my performance and work and get better. So I really enjoyed not really enjoyed, but I appreciated his blunt honesty at times, because it was always something that I could use.
I don't know if I'd say
on.
Blunt. I would say brutal. Sometimes he's brutally honest.
Which
sometimes
British.
you have
I guess
to be.
that's just how they do it over there.
Sometimes you have to be. Well, yeah, honestly, the Europeans, especially the Brits, are a lot different as far as how they express their opinions.
Well, that's why they brought all the shows over from Britain to the United States, like American
Also, the fact
Idol.
that we have no ideas of our own,
Exactly.
that's a whole other thing.
Hey, Tim, I want to ask you, you were born actually in Tacoma, Washington, which is one of our affiliates, KLAY, there in Tacoma, Seattle area. But where are you living now? Are you in Duncanville, Texas now, or are you in Hollywood?
I'm actually out in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, and you're pursuing, what, acting and singing, correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to do both. I'm doing the music largely on my own. I have just released that EP to iTunes, Heart of Me, and getting hard copies done. And then I'm also working on writing songs for a full-length album that'll hopefully be out within like 8 months to a year. So I'm doing that, and then I also have an agent for acting, and I've been doing acting classes and going out for some auditions for that. So
I know Hollywood's a tough place. Yeah, so you've got your hands full. But I'll tell you, I listened to your CD, and it's called Heart of Me. You did a good job. It's a great CD. You did a good job on it.
I appreciate it.
And
I was really excited to get it out there.
I know you got a lot of fans out there, and I think you actually brought the hairdo to television way before Justin Bieber. So,
well, you know, I like to think that we all stole it from the Beatles, but, you know.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21.
You're 21? Okay, and this CD...
Baby.
Yeah, to us he is.
Baby.
But you have a CD with 6 songs on it. You've got Blur, Heart of Me, Wheels Touchdown, I and You, P.S., and Lullaby. Which song out of those 6 would you say is your favorite?
Oh, man. It's a tough question. P.S. I wrote several years ago. I recorded it once before, and it means, like, P.S. has been one of my favorite songs to perform for a long time. So that one will always be a special song to me. I really like Heart of Me was one that I wrote on tour. Actually, I was sitting in, it was actually while I was in Seattle. I was in Seattle and I wrote that. And it just has a lot of meaning to me and had a lot of meaning to me at the time. So those two probably mean the most, but then there are bits and pieces of all of them that really mean a lot to me. I kind of just was very open with the different songs, and they kind of expressed different parts of me. So.
Well, if you've got a question for Tim Urban, give us a call at 866-606-TALK. By the way, you can watch us live on the webcam, and you can chat on there as well if you want on talkinpets.com. No G in the talkin', TALKIN pets.com. talkinpet.com. You can see us on there. You can chat with us on there. We've got a couple of people chatting on there now. One person, actually, Emma's got a question for you. Hopefully she'll call in. The number is 866-606-TALK, 866-606-8255. And let's do this for Zach, our producer there at the network. The number 5 call, the 5th call that comes into Zach right now, we're going to send out a complimentary CD from Mr. Tim Urban. Again, it's called Heart of Me. And Tim, we've got a question for you from Emma. And a matter of fact, I don't know if you know her or not, but she's from Tacoma, Washington, and she's got a question for you. Hey, Emma, you got a question for Tim Urban?
I do.
Shoot away.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm wondering if his new song that he played in San Diego, if he has a name for that.
Oh, yes, that song. I haven't picked out a name for it. I actually just wrote it like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't quite picked out a name for it yet. I'm still there's a couple different options, so I don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
Do you have
Well,
some ideas
awesome.
for me?
So, Emma, you're pretty familiar with Tim?
Yeah, I've seen him twice now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen him twice now in concert.
Do you have his CD?
I actually do.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
This isn't like your girlfriend, is it?
No.
But she wants to be.
Oh, I'm sure she does. But, I just wanted to make sure because, I feel like someone that's, left out of an inside joke right now. It's like, song? What song? What song?
Oh,
He
okay,
doesn't have a name for the
what?
song? Okay, what song does he not have a name for?
That's the
Okay, well, I can explain it. It's not an inside joke. I did a show at the University of San Diego, and the very last song that I played there was an original that I just wrote like a couple of weeks ago. But I haven't named it yet. I wasn't even for sure going to play it, but after I got done with my set, they wanted one more song, and so I was like, all right, well, here you go. So I don't have a name for it yet is the problem, but it's out on YouTube now, and people have been asking me, like, what do we call it? And so I just don't know yet.
Well, Tim, don't go away. We got to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to continue on with Tim Urban. Emma, thanks so much for the call, and I know you were number 5. That's how you got the CD, and that's going out to you. Emma in Tacoma, Washington's getting the CD. And that's, of course, Tim Urban, Heart of Me. If you've got a question for Tim, he's going to be with us for a couple more minutes. And once again, you're listening to Talkin Pets. I'm John Patch.
And Dr. Linda Register. And Amanda Page.
And we're speaking with Tim Urban. Heart of Me is the CD. Tim, where can people purchase this CD if they want to get it?
Well, you can get it on iTunes. It's on there. If you look up Heart of Me, it's under Tim Urban. You'll find it on iTunes. And then hard copies are available through my Facebook merchandise page, which is facebook.com/Tim Urban Merchandise, or you just search Tim Urban Merchandise on Facebook. I'm still working on getting a website up. That should be done here pretty shortly, and that'll make it a little easier to get it. But right now, you just have to go through the merchandise page, and you can message them, and they'll get you it. So.
Sounds good. Once again, the number 5 call that comes into Zach, our producer, at 866-606-8255. That's 866-606-TALK is going to get a complimentary CD from Mr. Tim Urban called Heart of Me. We'll send that out to you if you